Welcome, welcome, welcome to Straight Talk with Shelia. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I so appreciate you. Today, I want to share a little bit on the topic fix your crown. Yes, fix your crown. You can see my little crown on my head. And I want you to know you are kings and queens out there. But there are times in your life that you have to pause and fix your crown. So the question that I have for you is, how do you fix your crown? You need a mirror. You need a mirror to look to make sure your crown is just right. When you look in the mirror, who do you see? Who do you see looking back at you? Yes, you see yourself. You have got to talk to yourself. I want to ask you today, what are some of the questions that you ask yourself? You've got to ask yourself the right questions so that you get the right answers. I want to share with you today a tool that I use to transform my life. And I know and I believe that it can transform your life too. So several years ago, I had the opportunity to coach with Lisa Nichols, and there were three statements that she used in a video that I saw many years ago. And as I was going through all the stuff in my life, I had to figure out, how do I change what I see, who I see in the mirror? And the three questions that I asked myself then, and I offer them to you today, are as follows. Number one, what do you need to forgive yourself for? That was the first question I asked myself. What do I need to forgive me for? And the second question, what am I proud of about me? And the third question, what do I commit to myself? And yes, as I looked in the mirror, I started to ask myself those three questions. And I want to give you an example of the answers that I gave to myself then that transformed my life. And you may be in a place in your life today where you have the house, you have the car, you have the man, you have the husband, you have the dog and the white picket fence, but your life is not fulfilled. You're feeling like there's something missing. And I was having a conversation yesterday with another mentee of mine, and she was sharing those sentiments that she has everything, but somehow she's feeling a void. And I remember when I had to ask myself these three questions that I mentioned. And here is how I answer the first one. What do I need to forgive myself for? The thing that I needed to forgive myself was that thing that was standing in my way. That was my kryptonite. That was my gremlin. And I had to forgive myself for making the poor choice as a young teenager to have abortions. Yes, I had to forgive myself 35 years later because that thing just hung on my heart. So that was one question that I answered where I had to forgive myself. The next question that I had to forgive myself for was the fact that I hurt my sons when I walked away from my marriage. I had to forgive me, but I also had to forgive my sons. My sons, I had to forgive me for hurting them. And you may ask, what are you proud of? And I'm so glad you asked. The things that I wrote down that I was proud of, I was proud of me for using my pain to become my purpose, to develop my life. And through prayer and personal development, I saw a new version of me. The next thing that I was proud of was the fact that I was finally able, after 20 years, to write the words on pages that became a book. I wrote these words in my journal for many years, but I was afraid to release them to the world. So I'm so proud of myself for dealing with the pain of my past, writing them down, putting them in a book, and that book became an international bestseller. Yes, I didn't know that was possible, but I had to fix my crown. I had to talk to the girl in the mirror, and I say to you, what is it that you need to forgive yourself for? What is it that you're proud of? Every week you hear me say, there's treasure deep down inside of you. And there is. And that's where you have to dig deep to find out what is standing in your way of your to have a fulfilling life. Is it something you need to forgive yourself for? You have to find deep down inside that treasure that you're proud of. Because I know there's something deep down in there. And my last question, what do I commit to myself? And yes, I had to drive that home to me. The commitment that I made to myself then, and I continue to make to myself every day, that I would continue to be a forever student, to develop my craft, and to continue to bring it before you, because my purpose is to help women transform their lives from the pain and sadness that they have felt or is feeling right now to the successful individual that you can barely recognize. Yes, that's my commitment to me. And because of that commitment to me, you are getting to experience the commitment that I've given to myself. And the next commitment that I gave myself, that I will continue to grow and develop, and to always get up every time I fall down. Because I know that in life, you will face things that will cause you to fall down. So I stopped by here today to just ask you these 3 questions. I want you to ponder them, and I want you to answer those questions honestly and truthfully, because that's the only way you're going to fix your crown. If you know someone that is struggling right now to find fulfillment in their life, I ask you to put me on pause and like and share this video so that they too can ask themselves these 3 questions that I know will untie the chain that is holding you. If you answer these 3 questions honestly and correctly, and from the place in your heart where your treasure lies, I know you will get the answer. Again, what is it that you need to forgive yourself for? What are you proud of about you, what you're doing? And what is the commitment that you will give yourself? When you look in the mirror, I want you to talk to the queen in the mirror. I want you to talk to that king in the mirror. Because your words have weight. They're important, they're valuable, and once you know your worth, you will know how to speak to yourself, how to speak to that woman in the mirror, how to speak to that man in the mirror. Yes, ladies, your crown might be shifting, it might be crooked, but you'll never know until you look in the mirror. And that's how you fix your crown. You've got to speak positively to the woman looking back at you. Yes, men, your crown might be shifting, it might be crooked, and you too can fix your crown. I believe in you. There's treasures down on the inside of you. So I want you to stop by every day, every week, to get more of what I have to share, because I'm committed to meeting you here and helping you to grow and helping you to develop. And as I answer those questions help me to become free, to become whole, so that I can live a fulfilled life. And I offer that same to you. So I want you to follow me on Instagram. Instagram as Look Within You. You can also follow me on my YouTube station, Look Within You. So that's Look Within and the letter U. And keep meeting me here on a weekly basis on Facebook. I want you to make sure that you fix your crown. I am your coach. I am your sister, shining light to the treasure that I know that is deep down inside of you. Speak to the man or the woman in the mirror and fix your crown. Have a great day, and may God bless you. Bye-bye.